Hey folks, Arizona guy here. It is January 3rd, 2025. Phoenix, Arizona. It's absolutely a wonderful day. 78 degrees. The price of a gallon of gas in Phoenix, Arizona is finally right around $3 a gallon. $2.88 a gallon today. It is the cheapest I have seen it in 4 years. And Trump's not even inaugurated yet. So I expect things after the inauguration to get much, much better. So I'm up here at the grocery store. Like always, I got to get some cat and dog food. I think I'm going to get some pork chops and bake them in the oven tonight with some mashed potatoes and gravy, a veggie. So Mrs. Arizona and myself can eat good today. Last night I made some awesome stir fry with rice. It was very, very good. So, as many of you know, last year I redid the roof over my garage. Half of my house has a flat roof. And as I've told you before, the flat roof on a residential property is not covered in the state of Arizona. So the homeowners are responsible for maintaining and repairing their own flat roof. I'm lucky because only half of my house is flat, the rest is peaked. The insurance company put a new roof on the peaked part of my house. It looks really, really good. But they wanted $14,000 to redo my flat roof. So far, I've only got $2,100 in it, minus my labor. I'm doing it all by myself, just taking my time, doing a section at a time. So this week, I started on the part that's over my spare bedroom and my office. And man, there was some rotted wood up there. Termite damage and water are a terrible, terrible combination. So I had two quite large sections in the corners of the roof where the scupperts are that drain off the water. Underneath the scupperts was termite damage and rot. So I have cut the old rotted wood out of there and put new 7/16 OSB board over the top. I filled it in with plywood so it's nice and solid. But the thing about my house was built in 1978. So for some reason, cost cutting, I guess, the flat part over the office in my spare bedroom doesn't have one iota of insulation. So in redoing the roof, I am putting down 1/2-inch R19 radiant barrier board all across the roof, and then putting the 7/16 OSB board over the top of that. So that will insulate the roof over the office and spare bedroom, and it will make a huge difference in the summertime, because those two rooms in the summer are warmer than the rest of the house. because of not having any insulation above there. Last year, just for the hell of it, I took an infrared heat gun and shot the ceiling in my office and spare bedroom. And it was 90 degrees at the roof. The ceiling in those two rooms, 90 degrees. So I'm hoping after doing the work I'm doing to make that normal room temperature. And those two rooms will cool down in the summertime, and it will be much, much better. So anyway, in what? 20 days or so, Trump's inauguration is going to happen. We need Trump in office because of what happened in the Biden administration at the border, with millions of newcomers entering into our country. And I was on X this morning, and if you're on X, go to Polk County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Grady Judd, Polk County, Florida, and see what they arrested last night for assault and battery and attempted carjacking. I mean, it is absolutely crazy, because the people that are doing those crimes, luckily they were caught by the Sheriff Department in Polk County, which is absolutely an outstanding sheriff's office, with Sheriff Grady Judd being in charge of the operation. That man and that sheriff's department, they know how to go out and get the bad guys off the streets. That's why we need this massive deportation effort by the Trump administration to happen quickly. Because this country, in the 4 years that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were in office, this country got trashed. I mean, it's almost at this point unrecognizable to what it was 4 years ago. Trump had the securest border in our nation's history. And then Joe Biden and Kamala Harris come into office and basically just open the border to whoever wanted to come into our country. And who knows how many gotaways are actually in the country. It's probably the total people who came across the open Biden administration border is probably somewhere around 22 million. You know, I hear numbers 12 million, 15 million. I honestly don't think anybody really knows what the actual number is. So I'm going to guess and just put a number out there of 22 million people in this country that shouldn't be here. They have no actual right of being in our country. So the deportation effort coming up by the Trump administration is going to be an actual huge, huge process. But we need to get as many bad people out as possible. Meaning the criminals and the bad people, like the ones who have taken over apartment buildings in Colorado. I mean, it's absolutely crazy, the things that go on in this country that the newcomers, we can't call them what they are. We have to call them newcomers because YouTube doesn't like the actual word. So anyway, I am anticipating watching the removal of the newcomers, and it will, in time, make our country a better place to get the criminals out. If people have been in this country for 12 to 20 years and they haven't committed a crime and they've just been taking care of their families, those people are not a threat to the country. I don't care about those people. Do they belong here? No, absolutely not. They do not. But are they committing crimes and injuring people? No, they are not. The only ones that I want out immediately are the ones doing the bad things in our country. MS-13 gangs, Trinidad, Aragua, these ones are the bad ones, and they got to be taken out first. And I'm absolutely certain that the Trump administration is going to hire more Border Patrol agents and more ICE agents. And I'm pretty sure that some smaller sheriff's departments are going to have to put on more deputies. It's the only way to handle the chaotic situation that Kamala and Biden actually created. It's a mess, folks, and I'm sure you guys all know it. It's a mess. So I was reading this morning about the government and how many millions and millions of dollars they have spent on DEI. Folks, it's absolutely crazy to think that our government used our tax money for DEI. Diversity, equity. I mean, we're all diverse. Every human being who participates in society is diverse. We all come from different backgrounds, heritages, ethnic backgrounds. We're all different. No one needs any sort of training on that everybody's different. Everybody knows that everybody is different. And for our American tax dollar to be literally wasted on these government programs is absolutely pathetic. It's unneeded. It is unneeded, unwanted. So I hope that all of you, right after Trump's inauguration, and I pray that you will pay more attention to what your representatives, your congresspeople, and your senators are doing in your state. Because we need Elon Musk and Vivek and J.D. Vance and Robert Kennedy Jr. We need them all to work together in finding out exactly how our government is spending our hard-earned American taxpayer dollars. And we can literally save the country billions of dollars just by doing audits. I mean, remember the Pentagon? What, the Pentagon has misplaced or lost, I think it's $60 billion. What happened to that money? I mean, remember Biden's botched Afghanistan withdrawal, where they left, what was it, $800 billion worth of military equipment behind in Afghanistan? And now the Taliban has literally had parading our Humvees around, flying our helicopters. I mean, Biden just up and took everybody out and left the military base and left all the equipment behind. And now the Afghan people are sharing it with the Russians and the Chinese. And they're auctioning our military equipment off to the highest bidder. They basically left thousands and thousands of rifles and ammunition, rocket launchers, all sorts of things that our taxpayer dollars bought. They literally just left it behind. That is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen or heard of in my life. That they would just up and leave all this military hardware behind. I mean, I think they left $2 or $3 million worth of, gas masks and ballistic vests and things behind. We didn't even bring the little things home. We just up and left everything there. I read an article one time where they left all the military dogs behind because they didn't want to bring the canines home, which to an animal lover like myself is just absolutely horrendous, because we don't know what happened to those dogs. The Biden botched Afghanistan withdrawal is absolutely pathetic to our country. But folks, I hope that you will follow your representatives, contact them, and just tell them that you, as an American citizen, taxpayer, hard-working individual, you expect better from our government. We are sick and tired of waste, fraud, and abuse. Trump can't do everything on his own. It takes a village to raise a child. So basically, the government is a child, and we Americans are the adults in the room, and we have to work with them to rein in the terrible waste, fraud, and abuse of our government. So contact your representatives, let them know exactly how you feel. Government should be smaller, and it should actually be ran as if it is an actual business. Because who's ever been in charge of the government over the last 2 or 3 or 4 decades have done an absolute terrible job, and we're now trillions and trillions of dollars in debt as a country. And the only thing we're doing is paying the interest on the debt. It's pathetic. It is absolutely pathetic. So Trump will have 4 years to do whatever he's going to do. You know damn well that the Democrats and the rhinos are not going to work with Trump on anything. So it is going to be the fight of his life the next 4 years. And it is up to us, the people who elected Trump, to work with the people in government and support what Donald Trump is trying to do for our country. Because this is it, folks. If we don't get control of this country and of our government in this next 4 years, America is lost and will be lost. So it's going to take literally every American patriotic tax-paying individual to contact our representatives and straighten this country out, folks. It's the only thing we can do as Americans, because basically we are powerless over the government. But at least now on X, you can follow your representatives if they have an account. And you can actually make your feelings known. And we're having much more success than we did 4 years ago. So that is a plus on our side. So anyway, folks, I just wanted to come out here, let you guys know what's going on. Hopefully the inauguration of President Trump will go off without a hitch. I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot of craziness before it happens. I mean, we already have someone running in to a crowd of people. We have someone apparently blowing up a Tesla Cybertruck in front of Trump Tower in Las Vegas. So there's going to be a lot more craziness take place before Trump's inauguration day. So you all need to have eyes in the back of your head and just look out for yourselves. And I recommend not going to any crowded areas. I mean, you may want to, and it's probably okay to do, but be on the lookout for yourselves at all times, because I hate to say this because I love the country so much. I was born and raised in America. I love America. But you don't know what is in the country anymore. So you have to be aware at all times of your surroundings and what is going on around you. And you've got to do what's best for you and best for your family to remain safe and secure wherever you're at. So just always surveil your surroundings. Know what you're up against. All right, folks, that's what I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Give the video a like. Share it on your social media. Leave me a comment. I want to wish you all a very happy New Year 2025. We'll see how it goes after January 20th with Trump being sworn in with his new cabinet. I hope things get much, much better for everyone in the country. That is the only thing I hope for right now. A better economy, more jobs, a secure border, and we'll just take it from there and see what happens. All right, folks, have yourself a wonderful day. Be kind to others. Help others out whenever possible. Arizona guy. Out.